We first found out she was pregnant when I was in the Army. She moved to Wichita Falls, Texas, where I was stationed at.
So we found out we were having a boy, and we were super excited. I was reading all the books and taking all the vitamins.
When he was born in Wichita Falls at the hospital, it was beautiful. He was our baby boy.
The day that we found out that something was really wrong was when we saw a specialist because he wasn't growing adequately. He told me that he had a genetic condition, but he wasn't sure what it was, and that he was going to refer us to a specialist. And that was the first day that I had heard anything about a genetic condition or that this was going to be something that affected him his whole life. And all I could think about when I thought about genetic conditions and developmental disabilities was what Caden wouldn't be able to do. I had spent my pregnancy in his first year dreaming about teaching him to read and teaching him to ride his bike and taking him to amusement parks and on vacation. And the day that I heard that, I thought that all of those things were being taken away. And that day I didn't know how much longer Caden would live. I didn't know if I was going to be able to take care of him. So going through all of his different diagnoses over the years, just like I know millions of other families have done, was really scary, and you kind of dwell on what can't they do and what can't your child do. But one thing, my biggest goal that I wanted for Caden was a community and people that loved him and that cared about him and that he could be himself around. That was the best thing I found in the ARC, was that he had his community here. He has people that we even see out at restaurants and stores that we run into that know Caden. So one of the greatest things about the ARC, and the thing that I'm most grateful for, is that the ARC is going to be around for the rest of Caden's life. One of my biggest fears as a parent to this day is if I were to leave the earth before my child, and who's going to be here to take care of him. And I know that the people at the ARC are always going to be here for him and always care about him and love him. The YESS program has an awesome part in place where the kids get to go into the classroom in the morning and still continue that classroom routine, so that when they go back to the school in the fall, then they haven't regressed on their skills. And that's just been a huge help, I know, for Caden and his progress and development.
My favorite part about it was we searched for communities. We searched high and low, and we found some. When we got to the ARC, it was horseback riding, and we're going to the park this day, and we're going to play in the splash pool or swimming, and he had all of these fun activities he got to do during the day. And the ARC is not necessarily just a community that he can be a part of. It's part of his life. It's become something he looks forward to every day. It's something that he can look forward to for the rest of his life, and we didn't have that. He's all on board for it. He's very excited, and he just loves the atmosphere he gets to be a part of. He gets to be himself, and he's welcomed. And it's not common to see that here in this area. And I feel like there aren't enough people who get to know about this place that really should know. His teachers noticed when he started going to the ARC, because each year throughout his school, they discuss his development. We go through the IEPs, we go through all of the stuff that says, I'm glad he had a great summer, but unfortunately we're 3 steps behind where we were at the end of last year. And to hear his teachers now saying, I feel like we're on par with where we ended last year. We're able to move forward from this point, has rocketed his development. I can't thank all the supporters, the donors, anybody who's added any value into this.